welcome back to another pro player coaching video. One of the most requested so far has been Lightsworn, piloted by Sharif here, who's quite known for this deck. So the purpose of this series is that you can get an insight into some of the better players in this community and their line of plays, their understanding and perspectives of the game, and how they sort of view an actual duel in and of itself. So he's going to help me go through some of the plays that I've recorded here and talk about the misplays, what was good, what was bad, and help you understand how that kind of process comes forward. So if you have any other requests, leave them down in the comments down below. Just beginning straight up, we'll probably start with a deck list first here. So I think it's pretty much card for card your list.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spend too long on it since we do have your profile up on the channel. People can check that out as well. But anything like that you feel like has maybe changed since then, or?
Nah, this isn't my list. I didn't play 3 Sarks. I didn't play 3 Goblin Bergs.
Oh, it's quite close though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't play recharges. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you didn't play recharge, solo recharge.
Is there no recharging here? Oh, I might have changed it up a little bit, but perhaps maybe that's what. Okay. The side deck's the same, yeah?
Yeah, side deck's is perfect, yeah.
Okay. You wouldn't change anything from your list previously, I suppose?
Nah, not right now. Unless the format changes, but it's perfect
Okay.
the way it is for the current format.
Alright then, let's get into the plays here. So, I'm not too sure what I'm up against currently, but this is the hand.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's pretty broken.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What's your line of play?
Solitaire, summon the Uni, I'd send the Gozuki.
Send Gozuki.
Yeah. And then I'd Foolish Snow and then Soul Charge for free.
Okay.
And then, like, go on from there.
Okay. I took a bit of a different route there, so I went for Uni, send Mizuki, get Omega, and then Foolish the Lone Fire, and then Soul Charge.
Yeah. That's actually pretty good. I didn't even think about that.
Okay. Yeah, so Seraphonite and then sending Snow, I think that way is.
Yeah, this is definitely infinitely better. Like,
However,
yeah.
I just get kind of destroyed by Ash there.
Not really, because oh yeah, now you're not in a good position. You can't discard for the zombie.
Yeah. So I can like.
You didn't summon them in defense though, which was
Yeah, I know. I think like there's an option of going for Invoker maybe. That's maybe not strong. Otherwise, I have to discard Maxi, which you really don't want to do.
Yeah.
What do you
that.
think?
I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably make because I feel like if you maxi them, you die because you have to hit Ash in the first like 4 draws or you die.
Mm.
So I just feel like you might have to just gamble and make the Omega, but I don't know. Because they only need 2 cards to kill you.
Yeah. So I just tried to like make a bit of a board and hope I don't die essentially.
Yeah.
He draws for turn, he goes Gofu, I drop Maxi. It's kind of just hope and pray I don't die at this stage pretty much. I don't think Spyral can really get you through this, can they?
They can still kill you through this.
Okay.
Like, it's literally just a sleeper, pop the Invoker and the Challenger, and then I'm pretty sure you die.
He calls monsters on tough, which gets spells. I feel like maybe he should have called spell, because like half the deck spells, half the deck's monsters, and I've used a lot of monsters so far.
It was about, I think, 50-50.
Yeah. So what do you think of the Spyral matchup?
It's probably like the hardest one, but I don't know. I feel like the way the Spiral's not as good as it used to be. That's one. and just hand traps really. Like our deck does what Spyral can do, which is win in the first turn, like guaranteed win in the first turn.
I've drawn into like really good cards here. For next turn, let's see. But just in this kind of scenario, like, what do you tend to go for between charge and desires? Like, do you go desires first or charge first?
See, like back at Glasgow when I played 3 Raiden and 1 Lila, I would play desires first. But now I'd play charge because I only have 3 Raiden. And also it depends. Like, let's say you open with 5 cards in your hand. Before, when I played 4 Lightsworns, I'd desires first because if I draw into grass or something, I can actually play it. And if my hand is really bad, and I already have a left arm, so I might need to use that. So I might need to grass for 10. But now I'll charge first to get the rain out of the deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what I do for it. Yeah, so I go charge first. I mill snow, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
And that gives me a rank 4 play if I make Mrs. Radiant. He's got 2 back row. I mean, like, what do you think in this scenario? Like, you're staring down 2 back row versus Spyral. Like, are you concerned at all? Do you feel like it's like maybe?
There's only 1 real back row in their deck, and that's the utility order. So you just play.
So he warnings my Raiden here, which I guess was.
See, I wouldn't have normaled the rain. I would have desired first.
Yeah, totally. I think I should have normaled first. But I mean, like, how does that change your play in a lot of the scenarios? Because like, what would
if you draw Goblinberg, that's 1.
That's true, yeah.
And if you draw Gold Sark, there you go for the Rex.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't check my banished pile, which sucks. I can't check what's face down, so I'm not too sure what I've banished at this point.
You can't check on the replay.
Yeah, it's weird. You can't see face downs on replays.
Oh, that sucks.
I've drawn grass, which is completely dead right now. Gold Sark. So like, what are the options in your deck for Gold Sark?
Spirit Master, Solitaire, and Rex. So if you already have a Spirit Master banished, you can banish Solitaire from your deck to bring it back. And then Spirit Master obviously did destroy some of his cards. Yeah, I would have waited. If I already had Spirit Master in my deck, I would have used the Sark first before making misses.
Right, okay. Because I think I go for Rex here. Yeah, I go for Rex. And do you go for a rank 4?
No. Before I did any of this, so at the start of the turn, after I desired and charged, right? I would switch my Goblinberg to attack. Oh no, you summon that from the deck, right? So that's fine. Invoker and the Omega will attack into first attack over the Super Agent, the tough.
Yeah.
Attack over the token or the Gofu, and snow clear 1 more monster, so he's left with 1 monster in the field. This is just to get rid of the utility wire, right? So you can't do it at the point where it'll make you go minus. And then main phase 2, I'd play my whole hand and clear everything else. You only have 2 cards left, the back row, or 2 back row and a monster. So 1 monster makes a warning. Then you tornado the back row. You probably wouldn't tornado the back row because it's
it helps them sometimes.
It can be rescued, so you just leave that and just probably Spirit Master that monster or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Then you just win the game from there.
So I like opted to go for the just clear the whole board play, but I suppose everything I did now does kind of. I don't think it loses to the utility wire, but.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do because he just used utility wire on snow, puts it to the top. So now you attack with everything else, and it depends on when you Omega. If you Omega now, you let him top deck any of his field spells to 3 resort, 3 terraforming or quick fix to win the game.
I can't remember if I went Omega in main phase 2. So you wouldn't Omega here in main phase 2?
It depends. I don't know what you're going to do now. You're going to make Tornado Dragon?
I think I do. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah. And now I would pop that, to put the snow back in grave.
And that's a token.
Yep.
So he's in a pretty good, well, not pretty good spot, but it's alright. I
Do
hit
you remember
the.
having Spirit Mask in your deck when you used the Tornado and when you used the Gold Sock? Sorry.
I actually cannot remember at all.
Okay. Because it probably would have been right to do that instead.
To Spirit Master pop a monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And leave him on 2 monsters and a Tornado. So like clear everything except like maybe the Link Spider or like a token and the Link Spider and then Tornado. I mean, can't be Link Spider. 2 monsters in his main monsters bin. So go through in the Link Spider, then pop the back row. But that's if you know they're playing Scapegoat. Like I wouldn't, like right now, I wouldn't really play around Scapegoat because only a few people play it. But if everyone started playing Scapegoat and Spyral, that's the kind of things you have to think about.
Hmm. So the idea is that you just want to clear enough monsters that you can kill them next turn, but not enough that they can scapegoat you.
Yeah, yeah. But
Right.
that doesn't matter. You just accept that, like, not everyone is playing it, and it's not something that should be played, in my opinion. So,
Okay. So he summons Eater of Millions as well.
so this is like that list that John Moore posted, right? The Spiral Stun list, right?
Guess so. It's like with Tufts and stuff.
You have to snow that, yep.
I don't think there was a choice there, yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm pretty sure you can't make the borrow load.
Make a 3. Let's see what he goes for. He goes for Ningirsu.
Yep, and you just win the game.
Attacks over Tornado. Radiant.
Your Omega.
I think I forgot one Omega here, yeah.
Okay.
Should come back. I think I remember at some point.
Utopia should be in front of the Ningirsu.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Even though it doesn't really matter.
Okay, he reminds me about the Omega. Okay, yeah, I probably should have took advantage of his extra zone there, yeah.
Always, yeah. Unless it's like a decode and it means that you won't have game in that turn.
Mm-hmm. And he scoops it up. Okay, so what do you typically side for this?
Siding's pretty simple. You take out the 3 Lone Fires. Well, in my deck, 3 Lone Fires, the 2 Gold Socks, and the Rex. And you put in your 6 hand traps. So 3 Ogres and 3 Droll.
Okay.
And the reason you do that is because, like, you know, they're going to make you go first, right? So you don't want even these in your deck. And if they make you go second, you still have, I think, 12 or 13 hand traps. 13 hand traps going second.
So this is a pretty sick hand here.
Yep, you drew the nuts.
Grass, and then I've got the Gamma for the potential Ash. Do you have a follow-up with left arm here? Is there anything good to go for? Maybe like Brilliant?
Soul Charge.
Oh yeah, of course, Soul Charge. So he ashes that. Bring
Is
down
it
the Gamma.
even a point you showed me this replay? You just like waxed this guy.
I actually think I lose this, so that's why that's why I want to show it, because I'm pretty sure I lost this game despite opening the nuts.
Oh, okay.
Wolf.
Okay. So I don't see how you lose this game.
Oh, it's just it's obviously a misplay, but I can't remember what it was exactly. But you'll tell us what it was, and
Yeah,
it should have been done in that scenario. So currently, like, you're going for Omega,
Yeah.
and then you go from there. Hit strike there. Do another zombie play. Make another Omega.
See, this is already. Can you open up your grave? So this is already one thing that you've done wrong. So you still have Garnet in your deck. So left arm, you should left arm for the Brilliant first, right?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Left arm for Brilliant instead of Soul Charge?
No, because Snow is more important. You don't have a Snow in grave.
Oh, okay.
And what you could have done, so if you left arm for the Brilliant, you play that, you send Snow, and then you bring back the Uni Zombie, because you have a Wolf, Seraph Knight Uni Zombie now. Uni Zombie will send something like let's say really Spirit Master in the grave to make the second Omega, yeah.
Okay.
And now you Omega him, so you Mega him twice, and you have Spirit Master in the grave. And then
And
with
Snow.
Snow and Rex, you bring them two back, and you make Tornado Dragon, destroy your own Brilliant Fusion, and then now you have Snow and Grave, Spirit Master and Grave, Tornado Dragon, and he's playing with 2 cards.
Right. Okay.
Or well, 3 cards. He asked you, so he's playing on 3 cards, but you have Tornado Dragon to stop one, Snow to stop the other, so he can't play the game.
So I have yeah. When you open that well, like I guess a lot of players would be in my position where they kind of just go like, okay, right, this is insane, and then just misplay by opening too well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I go for a soul charge here. I bring back Ghost Ogre, not to like synchro, just to leave it on the field as a sort of, because you can use the field effect as well. I do another fuck up here. I use Raiden before synchroing, and I hit Wolf.
It really doesn't matter. Like, you have so many cards, so it just, I don't know what's Mrs. Raiden. Okay, you're gonna make a Bagooska and pass, right?
Let's see. So no Snow.
That means you can't use Yoga, or you're probably gonna make Tornado.
Doesn't it send itself as cost? Yeah, it does. Does it not still work under Bagushka?
No, it won't work.
Send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, semicolon. Destroy that card. Does it not work?
Like Lone Fire doesn't work. That's what I've been told.
Oh, okay. When this card is in face-up defense, change all face-up on the field to defense, negate the activated effects of monsters that were in defense. Oh, okay. Interesting.
See, it was on the field when it activated. It wasn't in the grave.
Okay. So I've really like fucked myself here. So I've managed to open the complete nuts and put myself. This, if you think about it, this is really underwhelming. Like what I've
probably not mock your opponent when you're the one infinitely messing.
I actually know the guy, so.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, like I said in like profile lithium, like Bagooska's really bad because it doesn't stop them from playing because all their monster effects are like links, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they can double summon, they can like guess correctly with Agent, which isn't too hard to do against our deck, and then they just win the game. But if you had Snow, like you had a complete lockdown. Like that's the thing. It's so crazy how the Brilliant Fusion is more valuable than Soul Charging for 5.
Yeah, that's really true. Like it's just a complete sort of, open the nuts. Like okay, left arm for soul charge. Obviously, like yeah, that's what you do. Like soul charge 5, that's crazy, right? But yeah, like you're right. Like when you go for brilliant, that it gives you like so much more utility and ways to play around. Because now, yeah, like look in the scenario, he's drawn Raigeki. Like I've completely like opened the nuts and like now I'm on 0 cards. So
yeah. But even then, like if he desires and Raigeki's you're like cool. Add back off Mr. Spray. You make Mr. Sorry. He was like cool. I still have Spirit Master Snow in the grave, so I have 1 layer of protection left.
Mm-hmm.
So it really doesn't matter. But now you have none, obviously, and the Max E is not considered protection. Oh yeah, you're on 3k, so he just summons 2 monsters and kills you.
Exactly. I have Blade, I think, is the only thing that I can protect myself with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have Blade and that's it, like, but it should be game for him. So Resort, get Agent. Let's see what he call it if he gets it right. Trap. Yeah, he does a weird thing. He calls Trap because he says he wanted to check my top decks. I was like, okay.
So you know the guy?
Yeah. I can't remember why, but I don't know. He just goes for a normal summon. So they summon a special Eater Millions.
That's another thing. Like you can open the nuts and still lose. Like you have to play it right.
Yeah. And he attacks in the right order here as well, which is cool. So if you attack with Eater, actually, it would. I don't think it made a difference.
Comes back in attack.
Sorry.
Comes back in attack.
Yeah, exactly. So we like figured that out, and then I think it's 100 over game or something. But yeah, that's how to lose the game when you open the 5-card hand.
So you guys playing again?
Game 3.
Oh yeah. 1 game on.
So do you go first or second against Spyral?
always go first. There's no point.
Yeah.
You give him too much of a chance to win if you go
Okay.
second.
So another broken hand. Like I've opened like really like broken against this guy, but I think it's important that because you said like, oh, what's the point in this replay? Like you just wax him, but like making sure that you do the perfect. Because like if you open well, like there's so many decision trees. I feel like in this deck.
This is already wrong. Let's go back to the game. This is not right. Like you obviously pred plant to bait Ash, and then if you don't, you still resolve it and do the misses combo to set up your link zones. Like now you like sort of domained yourself.
So I thought that Ash said negate the activation, and Brilliant Fusion says you can only activate this once per turn. So I thought that if it's negated, if the activation is negated, then I can still activate another one, so it wouldn't make a difference. But I think Ash only negates like.
It negates effects. It doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. So if you had Ash, like I would have like definitely like royally fucked myself.
Like otherwise, the game would be played completely differently. Like people wouldn't be ashing desires just in case there was a second one and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah, like everything would just be different.
Banished 20 though.
It's worth it for the 2 draws, bro.
Yep. So what's your line of play then? Now that this is like successfully resolved, I think the combos like
right?
Invoker.
You summoned the wrong one, right?
Oh yeah, I think I fix it. Yeah.
Okay. And why didn't you search Brilliant?
There we go.
Oh, cool.
So you go for Invoker, get the Warrior, and then you make Radiant, right, with Seraphonite?
How do you make Invoker?
Oh, right, yeah. Oh yeah, so I've done this. Have I done this wrong? Yeah, I've done.
You're under domain lock right now.
Yeah, basically, I've like complete. So the correct play there was plant first, and then Brilliant, yeah?
So you plant, send the wolf, and then if he ashes, you're like, fine, I play Brilliant, normal the Raiden, you send Snow, right? Then you Raiden Mill, then you link, those 3, the Raiden, Pred Plant, and the Seraphonite to make like a decode, Soul Charge like 3 or 4 back, depending on what you mill with the Raiden, yeah?
Okay.
Then you win. But if he doesn't ash the Pred Plant, you just make Invoker, summon the Challenger, link for misses, and you send Snow as well, you still send Snow. Off the Brilliant. Both times you send Snow off Brilliant.
Okay.
And then you make the whatever, just Omegas and stuff, because you have Soul Charge.
So I think yeah. I suppose you would never hold Soul Charge, right? There's never a scenario where you would hold Soul Charge.
No,
Okay.
like my top cut in London, in top 32, my opponent held Soul Charge game 1 for some reason,
Oh really?
and he still won, but because it was Soul Charge, right?
What was he
never
playing?
did that. It was a Spyral mirror match.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's wrong to hold it?
Because if you play Soul Charge, you win in that turn. Like you're giving yourself a chance, to, especially in like in any format really. Like right now, if you don't play the Soul Charge, there is a chance that you will die in the next turn.
Yeah.
And if you play it in the first turn, there is a chance that you will win, like a high chance, like you're guaranteed to win the game there and then. So what is the point?
Yeah.
There is like sometimes like there was a weird occasion like before Spyral came out, right? Like I had a normal, like my hand was a brick. It was like Soul Charge, Raiden, like and a bunch of other, like bad cards. So I normal the Raiden. I milled 2. I milled like a Mizuki, and in that moment I could have Soul Charged for 1 and made a rank 4 and passed. But I was like, nah, I'd rather not, because there's no point in doing that. So I went to end phase, milled 2 more for Raiden. I didn't die. Then I Soul Charged everything back the next turn and won the game because of that. But like that's niche scenarios.
Okay.
But like right now, when your grave is stacked, of course you will Soul Charge. You know.
Okay, that's fair enough. Was that the right rank 4 to make? Do you think?
Thing is, yes. Yeah, that is fine because you got decode to protect it.
Okay. He's playing Spygal, which isn't great. He calls the wrong thing off the top, calls monster, gets a spell.
Like a tough, isn't she? Pretty much. Oh no,
She's
you can't make Helix with her. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, you can't make Helix with her. She's a compos, and I don't think she's searchable either off the field spell because she's Spygal, not Spyral.
Yeah, that's the only thing they name, and the fact that she's a compos, she's Kieran, bro.
Yeah.
she's insane. Like she's Kieran.
The thing is, she only works with Agent,
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, but all your monsters are agent.
I suppose. So he goes for Eater of Millions here. He's in a really tough situation. I don't have access to Snow either.
I think you're in a tough situation, right?
Yeah, I think so. The only way I can really deal with Eater of Millions next turn is like sacrificing.
No.
Like, well, actually, I've got 2 Megas coming back, so it's not too bad.
There's nothing you can sacrifice because he does it at the start of damage or before damage, right?
Yeah, but it's only once per turn.
Is it?
Yep, once per turn, start damage step.
Oh, once per turn, okay.
So it's not the worst scenario. I assume also lightning works over it, right? Since it activates?
Yeah, it activates, yeah.
Okay.
The main thing is just snow put it face down, so you
Mhm.
so it can't trigger at the start of damage.
Yeah, no snow. He's got terraforming. So he should probably like... actually. His only option now is to make a rank 4. Like, what would you do if you were him? Like, yeah, so you know the right card, you know it's a spell, so you special super agent, and then what do you do from there?
Make a, I don't know,
Bagushko?
not really, because decode just attacks over it.
Mm,
So I would just pass.
just like this?
I wouldn't even play the resort though.
So with double Omega coming back though, I mean, he's gonna be dead if he doesn't like do anything, no?
Nah, the Eater of Millions is hard to go over. You don't take damage for it, right?
You don't take damage, but I mean, it is only once per turn. So like, I can attack it. Okay, I lose my Omega, and then attack with the other
Attack
Omega.
my challenger, attack with that. Yeah. I don't know. It depends on what other card in his hand is, but like, see, surely if he was gonna do this, you'd do it before you attack, so you could attack over something else with the
With the agent, yeah.
Yeah. Or you would just search like maybe tough.
He goes for like straight up the Utopia pass.
See, depending on what this back row is, because he plays cards like Strike and all that. Like, if he had that, then you just probably the resort is dead.
I don't have a rank 4 out to Utopia, I think. Oh, like just lightning. But then I have to lose a guy to Eater of Millions, but then it's not game?
Just summon the guy in Desires and see what you hit.
Let's see, what did I go for here? I went for lightning. Yep.
How come you haven't played the? Oh, you play it now. Oh, you strikes it.
And then he strikes it. So that's really tough.
It's cool. So.
Okay, yeah, I get foolish for snow. So that's like insane.
You drew the nuts. You just feel so broken. Damn.
I think if I didn't have access to snow here off foolish, I would be completely like, wouldn't be fucked, but like I couldn't do anything this turn pretty much, right?
You can make borrow load with all your monsters, and then take that thing, the Eater, attack into the Utopia to banish it. Probably he negates it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be screwed. Like, you could just pass. Omega's put back your Omega's put back your cards, and then banish you out of his hand, and then you just win from there. You probably hit a snow in your Desires, like a Mizuki, so you can set up your next turn to kill him. And he's like under domain lock himself because he played Utopia. And snow will protect you from lightning if he tries to attack you.
So I book the Utopia and then make Minerva.
Isn't Scarlight like just game there?
It destroys all monsters on the field, does it not? Or is it just opponents?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3k. Scarlight's 3k. Snow's 1850.
Oh, so yeah, just Scarlight blow up the entire field, attack for game?
Yeah, and I don't think a decode dies because he's 3300. So I think that's game. Or it is game.
Yeah. I think this is game this turn, just double checking. Should be. Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, that's a lesson in Lightsworn. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and I hope you got some insight from that. So I thought it was really important as well to understand and to look at all the different multiple decision trees you can go through. Even when you open really well, you can still fuck up apparently with this deck. So yeah, any final comments?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Like, the deck's like really hard to play. Like in that game, one thing I would iron, because I feel like I've been ingrained to send snow. So that's why I did that. But yeah, the lone fire thing was still really good. Like that's, even though he had Ash, it was still correct to do the lone fire thing because you have a chance to win the game in that moment. But yeah, see, even I still mess up and I can't see certain things sometimes, and like that's why the deck's really hard to play.
Yeah. So I hope that's helped you guys a lot. Lots of little intricate, little nuanced plays and stuff that you need to think about at every corner with this deck, and yeah, it's a load of fun as well. So I'd highly recommend you try it as well if you want to play it online. This has been another segment of Pro Player Coaching. Thanks a lot to JY for joining me here. Leave your comments down below for who you'd like to see on the next one. I believe the next one will be with Josh and Frogs, so hopefully that will be up sometime this weekend. But yeah, anyone else, let me know, and we'll see you next time.